All right. To Bridgefield. And we're going to begin this hunt. Should actually check out, make sure how many Cufant KOs I've actually got. There's probably going to be very, very few. Cufant, maybe I went too far this way. Oh, nope, there it is. Found it. We're good. 3. All right, that's all we got. 3, and check this out real quick. I want to show you guys this. Cufant is on my recommended. Between the recommended and the magnet pull, I should be getting a shit ton of Cufant out here. And as you can see, it's pretty much nothing but goddamn Cufant. Do not encounter me. I swear to God. Look at all these Cufant, though. Holy shit. And there's one behind me, too. I might never have to leave this patch of grass. And Leviathan, I do remember the Pokemon Plus and Minus rumors. And guess what? They ended up being bullshit. Like all the other rumors that all the YouTubers are reporting on right now. So, you know, I've been around this franchise long enough to know bullshit when I see it. And to know when a leak or rumor seems plausible. Okay? And I just hadn't seen any of that at any of these rumors that are being widely reported on the YouTube. Now, Scraptor Cloud and Sea isn't bad necessarily. But how about Pokemon Land and Sea? No, that's kind of like basically what Ruby and Sapphire were. I'd actually be okay going back to like some kind of gemstone thing. You know, how about Pokemon Opal and Jade? Oh, I like Winter and Summer. Now that's an idea. Winter and Summer. Spring and Fall I don't think really works as well. But Winter and Summer is really quite nice. There you go, Aiden boy. You get a Pokemon Spoon and Fork, and then release a third version, Pokemon Spork. There you go. You get a Pokemon Left and Right. That's it. And the third sequel, which is just Pokemon Divided Country. Pokemon Everything Sucks. Pokemon The World's Burning. How about that? Does that sound like a good Pokemon game to you? Sounds like a great Pokemon game to me. Wesley, would you say that you are all shook up? That was my Elvis impression. Don't wear it out. That was a pretty terrible Elvis impression. I can do better. I wasn't prepared. Oh my God, I can leave this grass patch. We're going somewhere else. We're going to this bigger grass patch. How am I going to do this? Look, there's 3 of these right here. There's 4 of them equally spaced out. I fear if I go for any one of them, that the others are going to despawn. I don't like this. God damn it. Those did despawn. Now there's more. I don't know what to do. There's just too many Cufant. I'm just going to have to despawn some. It is the worst. There's got to be a better way. I think I know the better way. The better way is to just not leave my little grass patch. I got to go back to the little grass patch and only do little grass patch. Unless I just make a clean break, I'm going to be left wondering forever. It's the same thing I did with the Roly-Coly. Yes, Roly-Coly went a little over odds. Okay? But, you know, better safe than sorry. I'm leaving. I'm going to this grass patch for the entire hunt. That's it. I don't care anymore. Like Phil Collins, I don't care anymore. Wesley, what's under Cufant's undertale? I mean, I don't know. Is it anatomically accurate? I mean, to be fair, this Cufant, it's basically a, I don't know. It's basically like a tea kettle. Tea kettles don't have random buttholes, so probably Cufant doesn't either. And Kippy, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the thing about biology is we have all these names for things, right? We put everything in categories, right? Like this is like definitely a bird, this is definitely a reptile. Turns out just evolution doesn't work like that. Evolution just happens naturally, messy sometimes. Biology, like evolution, doesn't play by our own human constructs. Including us humans, alright, especially us humans, are just really highly evolved for breathing on land, alright, and have had our eggs internalized so we can, you know, live on land. But at the end of the day, we're basically just really fancy fish that have learned this trick to internalize our eggs, that have learned a trick to breathe on land, alright? That have learned how to live outside of the water. But we're just fancy fish, man. That's all there is to it. I mean, maybe people don't like me talking about biology the same way I don't like all the math talk that had been going on, you know, previously. But I personally find it fascinating. And it's my stream, so I'm gonna do it. I'm a dictator of my own realm here. I'm going to talk about what I like to talk about. Red Echo, do I have any elephant-themed facts to lure the Cufant out? I kind of do, actually. You guys want to hear some elephant facts? There are actually 2 species of elephant living in Africa. A lot of time we just think of the African elephant, but there's 2 very distinct species. There's the savanna elephant, or the bush elephant, which is the really, really big one, right? That's, when you think about an elephant, that's like the classic thing you think about. Then there is the forest elephant. And the forest elephant lives kind of deep inside some of the rainforests of Africa, particularly in the kind of Congo rainforest kind of area. And they're smaller. They're probably about like maybe 6 feet tall or so. And they've got really, really thin, short tusks. They're different species. They were thought to be the same species for a very long time. But genetic studies, as well as their outward appearance, showed them to in fact be different species. So that's one cool thing. There's a story of when we were in Ireland. We were going to the Aran Islands, and my dad had booked the entire family some seats on a ferry over from the mainland to the Aran Islands, right? And my father, we got to the place where we were going to leave on the ferry, and it turns out like there was some mistake. Like we had booked the tickets wrong or something like that. And my dad was sitting there, he was kind of freaking out a little bit, and said, man, like I feel like an idiot. And this Irish guy, like, didn't even know him, turns around and says, yeah, I bet you feel like a fucking idiot. Just like that, but like really jovially. It's like joking, and they both busted out laughing. And then the guy offered, he was apparently a boat captain, offered to take us over to the island because he was going there anyway or some shit. There's a language of endearing insults in the Irish in Ireland. You just don't take it too seriously. Well, see, I think an endearing insult, Debbie, what I mean with an endearing insult is that you call somebody a f***ing idiot, but you don't actually mean it. You're like, it's like a joking thing. Ah, you f***ing idiot, but you're a nice guy and we're friends. Haha, let's go have a drink, kind of thing. Versus saying, in the South we have a thing called bless your heart, right? Which is totally different. That's the other side of it. That's acting nice, but actually meaning something insulting. If you hear a Southern lady say, "Oh, bless your heart," she means you are a dumb you idiot. But you're in the South, so you say, "Oh, bless your heart." Here's something ridiculous. I don't know if it's ridiculous. Rowan was a man's name for a very long time. It started to be co-opted recently as a girl's name, which is ridiculous to me because there's already a female version of Rowan. It's Rowena, okay? But no, I see a lot of baby girls nowadays being named Rowan, and I'm like, hello, over here. This is a dude's name. What's going on, man? But it's not the first time it's happened in history. A lot of names that we currently consider to be women's names were originally men's names. For example, Marion, Leslie, Ashley. All of these are originally men's names that have become, over time, considered to be women's names. I don't know how it happens. Pride Kitty, you think names are just words? I don't know. I mean, a name is how do I say this? I mean, it's your identity, I don't know. It means a lot to the person who is named that. That's all I'm going to say. I know that didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I meant what I said. I always thought E.T. was kind of weird because they are like intergalactic botanists or some shit like that. If you ever remember the movie, they all the ETs are in their spaceship, and those bitches are like growing mushrooms or something like that. I just remember like this scene where it's like really dank and kind of smoky, and there's just like living mushrooms up in their ship. That ship has got to smell like musty as shit. Build puddle, there you go. That's it. There should be some parody version, like some kind of explanation video about E.T., about how like the reason why they're traveling the galaxy is to try to gather the 11 herbs and spices from the KFC's secret recipe. Because, and here's the real explanation, is because the only transmission that has ever been able to reach their planet from Earth was a KFC commercial. And then they probably became obsessed with it. And now they want to find those 11 herbs and spices to try to make their own KFC. Nothing's worked. The scientists have tried the hardest they could. Nothing has worked. They need the herbs from Earth. And that's why they're on Earth. That's the entire reason. Amon, I should have seen the great KFC chicken drought of 2018. Oh yeah, you guys dealt with that in the UK. Oh my god, that reminds me. So Boondocks had done a parody episode of that when that happened. It was actually not even in 2018. I think it was earlier than that. When the Popeyes thing happened, everybody was like, oh, Boondocks predicted it, that there was going to be a chicken shortage. And it's like, no, it just already happened. But there was another episode of the Boondocks that was even more weird to watch after the coronavirus pandemic. It was created during the, I think, swine flu pandemic was when the episode had first come out. But there was a really telling moment in the episode where Granddad and the kids are sitting there watching an address from Barack Obama. And Granddad starts yelling at the television. He says, come on, give us the good news. Like, tell us everything is going to be okay. And Barack Obama is on the TV. He says, what we need right now is compassion for our fellow man. And Granddad immediately yells out, compassion for our fellow man. And I said, wow, that is about how this pandemic is going. Is that all we needed to do was sit here and have some compassion for a neighbor, and it's like half the country just sat there and said, compassion for our fellow neighbor. Lackluster 2,000 eggs right now for Klefki. Big oof. That's the thing about, like, everybody does Masuda method because, the odds are, the odds look better on paper, right? 1 in 5 out of 12 versus 1 in 1365 seems more attractive on paper before you realize that you got to spend time gathering the eggs and hatching the eggs. And I think that the 1 in 512 odds versus the 1 in 1300, when you factor in how much time it takes to gather and hatch eggs, I think personally that the two hunting styles are just about equal. I think they take almost an equal amount of time. So here's the thing, guys. So yesterday we were talking about Swedish fish. Anyway, I walked into like a bodega around here. Really more of a tienda, I suppose. Anyway, point is they had Swedish fish, so I bought some. And also, I think I got a joke. There's Swedish fish, but I wonder if the fish are sweet-ish. Like they're kind of sweet. Or if they're actually made in Sweden. I'm actually looking at the back of the thing, seeing if they're made in Sweden. It says that they are made in Hanover, New Jersey, which is about as un-Sweden-like as you can possibly get. So, little disappointed, but they're not imported from Sweden. But still happy to have them. Anyway, we're getting on towards 500 encounters here. Once we hit the 500, I should just be able to start running away from these things and live the rest of my life in relative ease. Here's an interesting animal fact. Did you know that a gazelle can jump higher than the average house? This is due to the fact that a gazelle has long legs that are built for leaping and jumping, and the fact that the average house cannot jump. Anyway, with that, we're officially at 500 encounters. So good timing, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna check on and make sure we're on 500 encounters real quick. Pokedex. Cufant. 500 encounters on the dot, look at that! Over 500 encounters, and I have counted correctly the entire time. I'm so proud of myself. I really am, you guys don't even know. I was driving through rural North Carolina one time, because I had taken a wrong turn, or something like that. It took me through a whole bunch of random backcountry roads, or whatever. But anyway, it was like in the middle of frickin' nowhere, rural North Carolina, I found an alpaca farm. And I'm not saying that there was just like 1 or 2 alpacas chilling. There was at least like 20 alpacas hanging out in this alpaca farm. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they sell the alpacas. I don't know what. But that is more alpacas than I've seen in any one place. Wesley, you like alpaca wool because it is so warm. I've never actually had alpaca wool. Here's an interesting thing. So llamas are actually very closely related to camels. You might not know this, but the camel, as an animal, actually originally evolved in North America. And then some species evolved in South America, and we know those as the llamas. And some species moved into Asia via the land bridge, and moved into Asia and Africa, and those are the Bactrian and dromedary camels. That's what we actually call camels. But the camels the first ones that actually evolved in, the American West, in the prairies and stuff like that, they all went extinct. I mean, it's crazy to think about. America used to have elephants and lions and cheetahs and camels and rhinoceroses and all these crazy things that have since gone extinct. What I'm basically saying is the entire world is basically copying all the animals from the United States. All right? Here's another question. It's how exactly are you supposed to pronounce Cufant? I've been pronouncing Cufant. Oh, there's the shiny. Well, sweet. That didn't take too long at all. Anyway, point is, I think it's a combination of cupric, like it's made out of copper, and then elephant. But maybe it's a cute elephant. I don't know. It looks pretty cute to me. Just saying. But let's go ahead and catch this thing. 579 is pretty quick. Just after I had finished KOing my 500. I'm alright with that, man. I got 1 shake, 2 shakes, 3 shakes, and it is caught. Beautiful. So happy to have gotten this thing relatively quickly. It makes my life that much easier. So let's check this thing out real quick on the big screen. And it looks pretty good. I like the fact that the green definitely changes. It changes to a much nicer, like, forest green color. So that's a minor detail that I really like. But anyway, guys, if you're watching this on the YouTube, this is the end of the video. If you like this video, want to see more, please subscribe. And if you would like to see us hunt these things live on Twitch, you can do it every day at my Twitch channel, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard or Daylight Time, depending on the time of year. Until then, y'all, thanks for coming out. And as always, we are going to see you on the next Shiny.